Guys, welcome back to Xupes, and today we're diving into an incredibly special Royal Oak. It's the open work reference 25829OR, and it's as baller as it gets. There's so much to love about it. Let's get into it. So guys, in this review today, we're going to cover off the historical significance of the Royal Oak, AP as a brand culturally and where they are today, this reference in particular, and why it's such a beautiful, beautiful piece of art for the wrist, as well as the technical elements, why AP were the ones that really pioneered the Perpetual Calendar, and also why it's something that you should be aware of when you're looking at your next purchase. Now, AP are important for a number of reasons, but none more so than the Royal Oak, which we know was designed by Jaeger LeCoultre in the 1970s, and for all intents and purposes, it saved the mechanical watch industry. I mean, it certainly saved AP. Hugely expensive, hugely difficult to construct, particularly when we look at the bracelet itself. The watch in the 1970s was obviously time only, and it was said that the bracelet took as long to construct and develop as the watch itself. It was eye-wateringly expensive for a steel sports watch, but it really became a category-defining design and still is today. Of course, 2021, we see the discontinuation of the 15202, but the relevance of the Royal Oak is as important today as it has been for the last decades or two. Now, looking back, guys, the first reference in the format of the Royal Oak to hold a perpetual calendar was back in 1983, the reference 5554. That's significant because AP actually were hugely well respected for their development and in-house capacities to build perpetual calendars. They made very few of them, but you might recognize them in smaller cases, not the Royal Oak, but it was actually later, it was 1980s that we saw the first Royal Oak carry the perpetual calendar. That's significant. And I've got to say, the format of the Royal Oak itself is beautiful for that particular combination with those 4 sub-dials. Now this reference, 25829OR, is open worked. Sapphire crystal on both sides. You can see straight through the caliber if you hold it up. And the finishing is second to none. It really is an opportunity for AP to exhibit their artistry, their handcraft, their finishing, the beveling, the edging. It is stunning. And you've got the hour and the minute hands, which have been blackened. This real stealthy look, but also visible against that transparent background. You've then got the subdials. You've got the heated hands in each subdial with this beautiful deep, deep blue moon phase at 6 o'clock, which again has sapphire crystal over the top. So in all, just a very, very elegant, perfectly proportioned package. One of the key selling points and one of the areas of design that I really, really like is that this reference is only 9.3 millimeters thick. So it is packing a real punch, 39 millimeters case size, and you've got all of the traditional features of a perpetual calendar, quantième perpetuel. You've got day, date, month, the leap year calendar, you've got the moon phase. It's a lot of watch to pack into a very small package. I've always appreciated the jumbo for its proportions and also its elegance. Now, this is not a hugely oversized offshore that's going to feel uncomfortable on the wrist on the day-to-day. This is actually something that you could get away with wearing every single day. What's also fascinating to me as a wearer of the 15202 and the caliber 2120 from JLC, it's also used in this watch here as the base. And of course it was 1960s when we saw, the late 1960s, when we saw AP and JLC come together on this project of working on developing that caliber. It's amazing to think that it's only now been retired in the 15202 this year in 2021. And finally, we would be doing you an injustice if we didn't talk about the value proposition here. Now, this is a watch that has to represent a moment in someone's life, a big moment of success. This is a 2007 reference, full set, box and papers, the full whack. It's price on application because, quite honestly, AP, along with Richard Mille and along with, say, Patek as well, at the moment we've just seen their prices for sports watches particularly just going through the roof, and it's very difficult to price it up because these are really quite desirable in the marketplace at the moment. So to wrap it up, guys, all in all, this is an incredible package Of course, the case and the bracelet material make it more specific to the individual. So that side of it won't be for everybody. But what I will say is that the technicalities, the proportions generally, and AP as a brand bring everything you'd ever want, I think, to ownership and to your wrist. It gives huge confidence when you wear it. And it's a watch that only is going to become more and more interesting as the years go by. So while it's certainly not a watch that's going to disappear into the background of any room, it is one that I would wholeheartedly put my own money down if I could on, because it's something you could enjoy every day, but also know that it's something that's going to continue to accrue value. So guys, there you have it, the open work Quantième Perpetuel from AP, an absolute heavy hitter of the horological world. Really doesn't get any better than that, I don't think. So thank you for joining me as always. Do hit subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and hit the bell if you'd like to be notified of all the new videos coming out from Xupes in the coming months. But as always, thank you, and go well.